Alright, today we're playing customs again, however once more we're playing free to play, and that's because we're going to try and fulfill a request that someone put in a while ago. I can't actually remember who it was. Maybe I'll put it on screen if I can go back and find it. But it was relating to Wombat and Flytrap. So both of these are free to play units. Wombat was changed a while back so that it now transforms into an opposing feint pet. And Flytrap lets you clone a copy of a surviving pet from the previous battle. Now, I guess the intention of it being free to play is that it allows you to get achievements for pets that you don't own. So in theory, if you face an opposing pay-to-win team and one of the pets that's left after the battle, you don't actually have it, then you can use Flytrap to copy it and then try and level it up for the achievement. Now this is not super difficult, I wouldn't say, but I mean it would be pretty miserable if you tried to farm like every achievement in the game going for this, because you will find that most of the time it's only certain pets that survive battles. There are a lot of pets that people always play at the front, and you're just very unlikely to ever have the opportunity to Flytrap them. So how does Wombat actually help with that? Well, Wombat gives you an additional chance to get a unit that you can Flytrap. Because if you just use Flytrap by itself, you need the opposing pet to survive that you want to copy. And obviously since you only have free to play, all your pets are going to be ones you already own. So in theory, if you have a huge Wombat that solos the opposing team after copying a feint pet that you don't have, then you can potentially use that as another opportunity to Flytrap a pet for an achievement. So that was the goal of this pack. Now, in practice, it is pretty awkward. Now here you can see an example where we copy Hoople Bird, but we're actually not going to survive yet. So that was kind of unfortunate. But you see the principle in action. Like if we had a Wombat that was scaled up even more, as we get the moose here, we could potentially use that to boost its health up. We could have Flytrapped a Hoople Bird. Now this next team doesn't have any feint pets, and I think the Wombat's going to solo them. Yep, so we don't get the opportunity there. But this is just the nature of the beast. You basically just have to do this over and over again until you get the right conditions for the Flytrap. Now, I think in this game, we're not exactly going to get a copy. Okay, here we go. We copy the stilt at the front. Now, the stilt is not going to have enough in the tank here to solo the whole opposing team. However, that's not necessarily going to matter, because the cricket plus rabbit is going to knock out the kangaroo, and we end up with a golden retriever on our side. So golden retriever probably is one of the easier achievements to get free to play, because you know it's often going to be one of those units that survives at the end when you face a trumpet team. But in this particular round, we only got the retriever because we copied their stilt. Their doggo actually got knocked out, so we wouldn't have been able to copy it. Here we copied our shark. They had no trumpets there, which is kind of a shame. It would have been nice if we'd been able to incorporate that into the team somehow. But instead, you know, we've got the doggo. We're going to try and get it to level 3 before the end. We're already on 7 trophies turn 10. So, you know, we've got to be quick about this. Obviously, it is harder to get pets to level 3 in general in free to play because, you know, you can, if you're playing pay to win, you can have Quetzalcoatl in. You know, that would very quickly level up the doggo. So that's 8 wins. You know, Wombat plus Snake was something I was doing a lot going for this challenge. Yeah, we just have no choice here but to roll for chocolates. We do have 4 hearts, so I suppose, so we could throw, but the later we go with just a Wombat and a Snake, the more likely we are to lose. Although I think we're going to be okay here. Yep, definitely. So now we need 2 chocolates and we should be good. Here we go. We can actually use Flytrap to get one of them. And throw a heart, essentially. I can't remember if I deliberately changed the order here. Yeah, I should do. Just put Snake up the front. Can't really do anything about having the level 2 skunk, but I think we might have lost here anyway, even if I'd put things in the right order. So now we need 1 chocolate, and then that should be it. There we go. So level 3 doggo in free-to-play. Obviously, I've got the achievement already because I think it would probably been from that Mirror Weekly way back. But yeah, it's still fun having these atypical units on your team. Very nice here to copy the Farmer Crow because we're going to get a huge amount of stats when it faints. Yeah, Farmer Crow, really strong. Is still only a tie, but I mean, we are free to play. And now, like, Mushroom Mammoth or level 2 Snake would probably be good enough. Okay, we're going to get level 2s on both of them. We are definitely in the danger zone now, though. Like, it's turn 14, yeah, so we face one of these snipe teams where the whole squad gets obliterated. It's also, you know, if you're playing free-to-play, you also no longer have access to the old Oyster Mushroom, which was definitely broken, but it was one of the ways that free-to-play could equalize against pay-to-win teams. I think we're actually going to lose again here, yeah. So yeah, if you were playing pay-to-win, you could put like Cocoa Bean on the doggo, and then it could potentially become a wolf or something. But here we go, we get the mammoth, we also get an eggplant. Something else that is free to play that is very powerful, even though I don't necessarily like using it. And we faced this level 3 owl, level 3 hatching chick team, but the level 2 skunk is going to take care of the blowfish, and we get the win. So in theory, if I didn't have the achievement, there's a way that we could have gotten it using Wombat and free to play. Now let's just have a look at some of the many and various other runs I had trying to get an achievement or a level 3 unit with Wombat. So here we actually copied a Pink Robin using the Wombat. Unfortunately, the team just wasn't strong enough by the time we got to the end. Here's a level 3 Gargoyle with with Mushroom. Again, the Wombat copied the Gargoyle. But yeah, we face the level 3 Manticore and get completely obliterated. And then next one, what's it going to be? Okay, this one, we're on 9 wins, and I got the Emu. Obviously, Emu is not a faint pet, so it wasn't directly from the Wombat. Here, Wombat does actually end up getting the chance to copy the Hirola in the backline, but I think we're still going to lose. Yeah, we just don't have enough in the tank. And, I mean, obviously the Emu is not level 3 there anyway. Okay, next one. This is a familiar scenario a lot of the time. So here we've got a perfect setup where we've got a level 2 Flounder ready to go, and using this setup you can actually get instant level 3 on anything that you fly trap. However, we were only offered free-to-play units there. And so here you can see how it works. You know, we've got level 2 Flounder. We get the Mammoth level 3 in 1 turn. So yeah, maybe not the most repeatable thing, but you definitely, you know, it's definitely possible to repeat that. But then look at this team here. Our whole squad gets deleted by the Badger. And we copy a Badger that does 1 damage at level 3. Yeah, I don't think we were realistically going to beat anything on turn 20 there, but maybe if we copied Nyala. But yeah, it wasn't to be. Now here's one where I got an incredibly rare scenario where I copied Nyala, and then on the following turn I copied a Nurse Shark. So here I was really thinking this could be something incredible where we get Nurse Shark Nyala in free to play. So we actually get a build, not just a pet. Yeah, here I kind of agreed. Maybe I could have sold the alpaca there and taken skunk or something, but I'm not sure it would have mattered. I think I was going to lose this next turn no matter what, because it's Cuckoo Chick on the other side. They kill the nurse sharks before we even get the chance to spawn any trumpets, and it's game over. So that was super depressing. I think if the Nyala had been sniped there, maybe we would have been okay, but it was Dolphin, so I think it was guaranteed to target the nurse sharks. Actually, maybe if I'd sold the alpaca, we could have had a smaller unit that would have drawn some snipes from the Dolphin. I don't know, maybe we were destined to lose that one no matter what. So once more, we've got the same setup going here. Turn 15, 1 heart, 9 wins. We've got the level 3 Phoenix, which we... I don't think the Wombat did copy a Phoenix, but it wasn't the Wombat itself that we fly-trapped. I think it was a surviving pet on their side. But ultimately, you can't pick and choose how things are going to work out when you go for this. The Wombat is just providing you that extra chance to copy something that you would otherwise have to pay for.